In today's video, we delve into the pressing issue of the power grid crisis and what it means for everyday families. With aging infrastructure, rising electricity demands, and the looming effects of climate change, the stability of our power systems is at risk. We will explore the implications this crisis has for households and why it matters to you and your loved ones. Join us as we discuss actionable steps families can take to navigate and mitigate these challenges. 1. Understanding the power grid crisis. The power grid crisis is a topic that has been making headlines recently, and for a good reason. At its core, this crisis refers to the increasing instability and unreliability of electrical grids around the world. These grids are essentially the backbone of modern society, supplying the electricity that powers our homes, businesses, and essential services. When these grids are compromised, it can lead to widespread blackouts and disruptions that affect millions of people. Understanding this crisis is crucial because it impacts not just large corporations or governments but everyday families who rely on a steady supply of electricity for their daily activities. The causes of this crisis are multifaceted, ranging from aging infrastructure to the increasing demand for electricity, and even the impact of climate change. 2. Why families should be concerned. Everyday families should be concerned about the power grid crisis because it directly affects their quality of life. Imagine coming home after a long day at work, only to find that the power is out, and you can't cook dinner, watch TV, or even charge your phone. These are the kinds of inconveniences that families could face more frequently as the power grid becomes less reliable. Moreover, during extreme weather conditions, power outages can pose serious risks to health and safety. For instance, during a heat wave, a lack of air conditioning can lead to heat stroke, especially for children and the elderly. Thus, the power grid crisis is not just an abstract issue but a pressing concern that can have real consequences for families. 3. The impact of aging infrastructure. One of the primary reasons behind the power grid crisis is aging infrastructure. Many electrical grids were built decades ago and have not seen significant upgrades since. This outdated infrastructure struggles to cope with the modern demand for electricity, leading to frequent breakdowns and inefficiencies. For example, the power lines and substations that distribute electricity to our homes are often old and prone to failure. This problem is compounded by the fact that repairs and upgrades can be costly and time-consuming. As a result, many utility companies are hesitant to invest in necessary improvements, leaving families at the mercy of an unreliable grid. 4. Climate change and its effects. Climate change is another factor exacerbating the power grid crisis. As global temperatures rise, extreme weather events such as hurricanes, wildfires, and floods are becoming more frequent and severe. These events can cause significant damage to power infrastructure, leading to prolonged outages. For instance, hurricanes can knock down power lines, and wildfires can destroy entire substations. Additionally, higher temperatures increase the demand for electricity as people use more air conditioning to stay cool, putting further strain on the grid. Thus, climate change not only affects the environment but also has a direct impact on the reliability of the power supply for families. 5. Increasing demand for electricity. The demand for electricity is growing at an unprecedented rate, driven by factors such as population growth and the proliferation of electronic devices. In today's digital age, families use more gadgets than ever, from smartphones and laptops to smart home devices and electric vehicles. This surge in demand places a significant burden on an already strained power grid. As more families adopt energy-intensive technologies, such as electric cars, the pressure on the grid will only increase. Without significant investment in infrastructure and energy efficiency measures, this rising demand could lead to more frequent and severe power outages. 6. Steps families can take. While the power grid crisis is a complex issue that requires action from governments and utility companies, there are steps that families can take to mitigate its impact. Simple measures can make a big difference in reducing energy consumption and preparing for potential outages. Here are a few suggestions. Invest in energy-efficient appliances. These appliances use less electricity, reducing the overall demand on the grid. Asterisk install a backup generator asterisk. This can provide a temporary power supply during outages, ensuring that essential appliances continue to function. Asterisk consider solar panels asterisk. Generating your own electricity can reduce reliance on the grid and lower utility bills. Asterisk create an emergency kit asterisk. Include items like flashlights, batteries, and non-perishable food to help during extended outages. By taking these proactive steps, families can better navigate the challenges posed by the power grid crisis.